Secretary General of Thailand Board of Investment. Next, please welcome Dr. Jula Sumanop, Secretary General Eastern Economic Corridor. Please welcome. And please welcome Ms. Jaripon Sakun, who is the Chairman of the Executive Committee and Group CEO WHA Corporation Private Company Limited. Please welcome. So I'd like to give the stage to our moderator.
So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to these sessions, which we will hear the most exciting things about the Thailand. And as you know that ASEAN's Legal Alliance and the ARWICK Legal Network has picked Thailand as the venues for this important event. Not only that, because Thailand is rich of cultures and history, but we also has opportunities to offer for investors to Thailand. And as the countries taking this right to the new global trends, of course, which present both challenges and opportunities, I have the honor to have 4 of the speakers who are experts in each area that you need to know as an investor, as an advisor to the investors, or even as the citizen of ASEAN countries. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Danusha, Dr. Danusha Pichianan. He is the Secretary General of the National Economic and Social Development Councils, or the NESDC of Thailand. Please welcome. Secondly, we have the expert from the Board of Investments, which is the most popular among investors. We have Kun Narisha. He will share with us how attractive Thailand is. The third one from my left is Dr. Jula Sumanop, Secretary General of the Eastern Economic Corridor, the famous EEC, that will discuss about the next S-curve for Thailand. And last but not least, I'm glad that we have another beautiful ladies on this stage, and she will be sharing with us from her for her experience as the investor herself and her views of Thailand. Ms. Jaripon Sakun from WHA, which is the big corporations, and many of us has touched on the logistic part of it in the supply chain in Thailand. As we navigate into this turbulent, as you will, in the new era of the economics, whether it's regionally, internationally, or the locally, I'd like to start the session by inviting Kun Danusha to speak on the Thailand landscape. Every time when his office issues any data out there, those who are in Thailand would know that there's a lot of debate across the country on what's number here and there, and it even impact the way we do project finance or the kind of services, and of course would impact the strategic decision of many investors here. So first, maybe Dr. Danusha, can you give us an overview of how Thailand position itself today and how we look into the future near and long?
Thank you. Thank you, Kun Jaripon. And Honorable คุณชวนหลีกภัยครับ
ได้ยิน
ได้ยินแล้วครับ
ใกล้
ครับ thank you คุณสิริพร and honorable คุณชวนหลีกภัยครับ ladies and gentlemen, I'm very honored to be here today, and let me start with our economic situation. As I announced the second quarter figure of the Thai GDP that increased from the first quarter. The second quarter figure is about 2.3%, increase from 1.6% from the first quarter, which is largely contributed by tourism sector and some of the investment. However, for the rest of the year, we still confident that our Thai economy will grow in the range of 2.3 to 2.8%, which we contributed largely from tourism sector and export growth and government expenditure. Come back to the Thailand, how Thailand will riding during the global trend for the next right now, the world has a lot of uncertainty, you may say. We have every country has a lot of challenge from geopolitics and trade war, climate change, demographic population change. Thailand is the same as other country that will affect from that challenge. However, we see that as a risk and also an opportunity for Thailand to riding this trend to create more competitiveness to the country. As we can see that geopolitics and growing tension in many areas of the world at the moment, especially the conflict in Middle East and European region, and the growing tension in Asia between powerful country in Asia and other country and regions in Europe and America. That tension will affect trade, international trade in the near future for sure. So you can see that there's a lot of tax-based and non-tax barrier imposed from some region and countries. And we see the change in global supply chain that used to be what we call globalization, right? And right now it's turning into to create let me say that it creates security to the country. So many of the industry are called back to set up the production in their own country. Thailand, to me, that will be an opportunity to Thailand because I think Thailand is a country where we position ourselves as a conflict neutral country. So we open up for our friends because we are friends to many countries, right? And we can use every industry can use Thailand as a manufacturing base and export to other countries to avoid some barrier that will impose in the future. And we actually targeted the industry that and also create a platform incentive to bring in that target industry already. And I think Kun Lavisha will explain about the incentive. We target the technological industry like chip design, semiconductor, digital industry, EV, sensor, sensor industry and also the battery industry, which will be the next trend of the industry in the future. Because the reason that we target those industries because we have to understand that Thailand right now, our industrial sector need to be transformed. We need to transform our industry from medium tech industry into high tech industry. And not only the industrial sector, but also we need to transform our agricultural sector also. Because I think growing problems of climate change will create the problems of food security to many countries. Thailand is one of the countries that have a very strong foundation in terms of agricultural sector and food industry. So we will put investment into the our agricultural sector in terms of research, in terms of farming technology like precision farming, and also create new industry, new food industry like substitution food, healthy food, and also use our biodiversity to create, to improve our pharmaceutical industry. And the other sector that we need to improve is that, not improve, but it is already strong, which is the tourism sector. But we need to have some kind of new product to introduce to the sector like wellness and the medical sector, medical tourism, wellness tourism. We use our strong healthcare system, which is highly recognized during the COVID-19 by the WHO. We use that to create value added to our tourism sector, and I think on the preliminary that if we can achieve this kind of transformation, we will upgrade our competitiveness. And the other part that we need to improve, and as Honorable Kun Chorn Litpai has mentioned, is that the law and regulation. The law and regulation is a key to facilitate the foreign investor, not only foreign investor but also domestic business. So we need to improve the business procedure, improve the time, cost, and all the regulations that need to be amended. And I think you may not know that right now we already do many law and regulation in terms of correct. When I say it's like we amend that, and we just announced the new law that every government agency has to do has to create new procedure like electronic procedure to facilitate not only the business but also experts that need to work in Thailand. So let's see what we can achieve soon. So in the first part, I think I can stop here.
Thank you, Dr. Ruchai. He has given us the roadmap, basically the map, the Google map for the investment in Thailand, whether we can drive smoothly on that road to the objective that we put in as the destination on the map. We'll have to see. But before we pass on to the next one, can I have a quick questions on I'd like to hear your comments on the GDP of Thailand. I think you mentioned before we get on the stage that the Thailand GDP on the service sector has increased significantly we used to rely on the export number for a long time until lately the service sector has increased significantly. But the number that has increased on the service sector is unlike Europe or UK that have the financial services sector, but actually it is the service on tourism, increase of tourism, that also the service increase the foot massage, the what you call the spa that increase. Are those value added? Are those business has bring down the whole supply chain that help growing the GDP into the future as well?
This is true that Thai GDP in terms of service sector has increased, but right now the largely contribution to the GDP still from the export and the industrial sector. And it's true that in service sector, mostly from the tourism sector. The sector that we aim, that I forgot to mention, is that
Yes.
in the financial sector is one of the sector that we need to increase the operation in Thailand. We know that right now in the country close by Thailand has already have a very high activity in terms of financial sector. Let's say Singapore is already have a high activity in financial sector. But I think more and more business need to move to other places. If we can have a incentive that's suitable for them, and the expenditure in terms of the cost of living in Thailand, I think the cost of living in Thailand is is lower compared to Singapore. Now the government has already announced the financial sector initiative that I think last administration, Kun Sethar, has already have a policy like Ignite Thailand, right? And one of that is to create Thailand as a financial sector, financial hub of the region. So the Ministry of Finance is working on that, and I think one of the key to bring in those business in terms of financial sector is still lies in law and regulation, and the easiest way for the expert to work in Thailand, that's the key. And now we are amend that kind of law, and I think if Kun Narisha may have some details on that.
Yeah. Thank you, Kun Danucha. We have heard that Thailand is remain attractive. We have a plan. Thailand still have a beautiful daughter. Then we'll hear that how much dowry the in-laws would ask for. So I'd like to move on to the next speaker, next guest, Kun Narisha Rishupan from the Board of Investment. We would like to hear what kind of incentive, what kind of dowries that we have to offer to those who find Thailand attractive. And pretty much, Kun Narisha, I'd like to hear more that how sustained it is for those incentives, and what sector Thailand is focusing to promote. Ka. Chen ka, Dr. Narisha.
Thank you very much. So, very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for me to be here today, participating in this event, and I'm delighted to share with you the Thailand investment opportunities. Let me show you some slides here. Let me first touch upon a little bit on who we are. The Thailand Board on Investment is, or you maybe simply called the BOI, is an investment promotion agency. And our role is to manage investment promotion. Right now we have the 17 overseas office around the world in major cities around the world. So, we are considering to open another 2 offices, one in Chengdu, China, and the other one in Singapore. And what we are doing is that we are encouraging investment into Thailand by offering the incentives, both tax and non-tax incentives. For non-tax incentives, which include the land ownership. Normally, under the land code in Thailand, the foreign company cannot buy land. So you can rent the land, but you cannot buy land. But under the BUI promotion, you will be able to buy land. And the company can be the 100% foreign ownership. And for the promoted project, to be allowed to bring in the foreign expert or technician to work for the promoted project. And we have already liberalized our investment regime, so no more the local content requirement, no export requirement at all. That's the part of the non-tax incentives. For the tax incentives, we grant the corporate income tax exemption for up to 15 years, depending upon what you do. So we tailor-made the incentives upon the activities. And normally we were looking at the level of technology or the raw product in supply chain. And in some cases, the project might get the 50% reduction of the CIT for a certain period of time, definitely when the conditions are met. And beside the CIT exemption and reduction, we also grant the exemption of import duty for machinery and raw materials as well. That is a part of the incentives. And in terms of assisting investor, I would like to introduce our center, the so-called the one-stop investment center. It is located right in the middle of Bangkok, and it is easily accessible. It provides the comprehensive services to the investor, such as the investment consultation, one-stop service for visa and work permit, and sometimes we help coordinating the representative from several agencies to join the meeting. This will help save time and make your contact more efficient.
Thank you, Kun. You can see that we have lots of programs to attract investor and also offer investor in various sectors. May I ask a quick questions before we pass on to the next speaker? Most countries in Asia and many regions do have board of investment promotion, and they have incentives offer. I'm sure that the audience here on the floor knows a lot about what's happening, going on in our neighboring country. How do you compare Thailand's incentive that offer DOI? Is it comparable to other countries in the regions? What advantage that Thailand offer more in terms of not only for short term but for a long term and sustainability as well?
So I think, of course, every country needs the FDI because it's help driving the economic growth. And I think every country also has the kind of investment promotion agency. And we provide, I think, different incentives, but of course, it's come with the different conditions. So I think more or less, Thailand is still competitive in terms of having the investment promotion policy.
All right. For the first round, I'm going to move on to the next one before we come back to more questions on that. We have heard about the BOI, the incentive, things to help growing your business in Thailand. But we also have one of the flagship projects for Thailand, which is the EEC, the Eastern Economic Corridors, that designed especially to attract investor. And I'd like to hear from Dr. Jula Sukmanop, who is the Secretary General of the EEC, to see that why do we have EC? First of all, why do we have EC in separation of the BOI? And I like to also hear pretty much on that because it's located in the strategic area, eastern part of Thailand, and that used to be one of the high, I would say, the vehicle manufacturing and all kind of industry in that area, and why it's located there. What do Thailand has to offer to have a more logistic friendly over there apart from just the regulatory friendly ค่ะเชิญดร.จุฬา สุมาณพค่ะ
Good morning. I also have some slides to make sure that you can follow what I'm trying to say. So what EC, okay, my office is an economic corridor office. The idea of having this office is to make Thailand competitive with the rest of the country through special administration. Okay, we call it economic corridor, but what it actually means is to doing special economic zone. This concept has been in many countries. You have in ASEAN, you can see some member of ASEAN countries or China, they also do this kind of special administration to make sure the country can go fast with particular exercise. So the idea is having the special administration region, and EC, my office, is a special purpose agency dealing with this exercise. Okay, so this is the whole concept. So the idea, EC, we are not doing only investment promotion. It's a development exercise where instead of doing the whole thing in 77 provinces in Thailand, let's do in one particular region to make sure that perhaps things can go faster, more efficiently, make sure that administration may be faster, bureaucracy can be shorter. Okay, so the idea is trying to make sure that EC can attract some economic activities. You can see the whole thing. I won't go through everything, but in this slide, the last bullet point is the most important. That is the objective, why we have the EC. But basically, we do the whole development. Okay, but try to get investment coming to the country is the first one, because the idea of EC is to attract economic activities. But most of the activities in Thailand or in many areas or in the whole ASEAN country, first come from export. Second, tourism. Third, foreign direct investments. Okay, these are the whole thing where each country get money. Okay, apart from the internal or domestic economy. So with this idea of EC, we have specific law dealing with this exercise. We have special mechanism written by law that EC has to target investment. Okay, so with BOI, you can do it anywhere in Thailand, the area where BOI is promoting. But in EC, we have limited space or area of operation where we focus in only 3 provinces in the eastern area of Thailand: Chonburi, Chachoengsao, and Rayong. Okay, so we also have certain or restricted investments or industry that we can give or take care of. Okay, that is the target of the investment. Then with the target investment, we have tailor-made incentive. So instead of doing like industry-based incentive, we do it as some kind of made to order or tailor-made. You come to us like private banking. You can go to the bank doing a normal transaction. But in this case, EC can work as a private banking where customer and relationship manager can discuss case by case basis. And then the most important thing is we provide total solution for starting operation to make sure that once you decide to invest in Thailand or in the EC, we can get the money fast. Okay, you can spend money fast, invest fast, building the factory fast with this kind of mechanism. So these are the targeted industries that we are promoting. Okay, medical and health, digital technology, new generation automotive. We see bio circular and green economies, the green one, the circular economies and service sector. So in the EC, for us, we manage on cluster-based or supply chain basis of these clusters. Dr. Anusha, that has been mentioned that now, for me, or for us, for my office, globalization is too outdated. Okay, people are more focused on the supply chain of their industries. They have to make sure that the supply chain is resilient enough for them to operate in a long term. So with that, we try to focus medical and we can offer incentive for the whole supply chain of the medical and health clusters, and the same apply to the rest of the industries. So with this, because we are doing developments, okay, not just incentive, we have to make sure that we have land, good land available and good enough for setting up factory in each type of business or industries. Some industry is good and must be nearby the port. Okay. Some can be further on. So we have to make sure that we have the land availability good enough for investments. But June has very good land. Huh? She is one of my customer. We will be part of the land developer. So we have to make sure land is good enough. Then we have to make sure that we have enough labor force for Thailand to work with. We have some network with many universities. Some are the co-hosts of this event is also part of our network to make sure that Thai people have access to the new investment. They have work to do. The new generation have work to do and make sure that they will get employed with a good skill to work with the new type of industries. The third one will relating to logistics and utilities, okay, infrastructure and utilities. Because if you are very familiar with Thailand, you know that the access to the east of Thailand is the best in the country. If you want to go Pattaya, maybe it's from here it could take you by 1 hour and a half. Okay. We're driving, but we are doing like a high-speed train that make it 1 hour. Okay, but still we have to something to have to do it. The last one is about, this is the most important thing, is about the law and regulations, which is very familiar with the ASEAN legal alliance. We have to make sure that we have special in the EC. We have a lot of special. We have special administration to make sure that things can be done faster, smoother. We have an act of the parliament where many bureaucratic things can be solved by this law by providing EC my office as a part of the whole one-stop service. By give the power or transfer some certain power to get, to issue licenses and some kind of permits can be issued from our office. So it's talk about 44 licenses can be done through the office. Instead of going through many agencies, you can come to us and get the permit. For us, get things done fast. The economy of Thailand can go faster too. Okay, so these are the zones that I mentioned. Okay, we have three different types of area where investor can come and set up the factory or the place of operation. The first one is industrial estates or industrial parks. We have many, it's about 27 of them. She has many areas. WHA has a big part of this chunk. Okay, so this private sector is whatever you do with them, nothing to do with me. Okay, so the second part is the cluster where it's government land. We put it, try to make sure want to use it for certain type of industries. Okay, it's a special purpose area for special economic the industries. We have, let's say, in this case, we have EEC in the front, and we have something to side. Let's say A for aviation, H for high-speed train, G for genomic, D for digital, that kind of thing. So, in short, this is about government land. You can lease the land and operate in a certain industries. Okay. The third one is the area where this is a case where investors have their own land. Okay, but they want to be part of the promotion zone or part of the EC scheme. They can ask or request or apply the land to be part of the promotion zone of the EC. We got a lot of requests on this type of land where people want to do something for the service industries. We might have something like Disneyland, but in a new world, like a virtual theme park in the EC very soon. Okay, because they got the land and we're going to announce it sometime later on, but we are working on this one. They're going to get the land to doing some kind of entertainment area as it's a theme park. Okay, part of the Hollywood thing is coming to the area. So this is an example where once you have the land, you can become part of the whole journey of the EC. So when we go into the journey of the investments, this is part of the investment. So where the investor can come discuss with us, okay, and you get the incentive agreement. That's it. Okay, so it's a tailor-made. Like you going to a street food in Thailand. You order what you want to eat. We have a basic menu. Let's say we have beef, we have pork, we have seafood. You just tell us what you want to have. Okay, so we have list of this the criteria where the incentive. If you fall within this item, the more you meet with this requirement, the better incentive that you can get for this in the EEC. So the package of incentive is similar to BOI because the maximum we can get, we cannot go beyond BOI law, but we can cater it to make sure that the investor get the best value for the investments. So basically, these are some areas, some permits or some licenses that EC can issue, okay, to the investor. But most of the case is related to setting up the factory, setting up the land, to develop the land, to make sure this become part of the place of operation of the investors. Okay, so that is the whole idea, because we think we're going to be investment solution where it's a solution you just come to us and tell us what you want, and then we try to provide to meet your expectation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. July. He's offered solution for investor here, and clearly you said that easy is area-based, and why instead of focusing on 70 provinces around the country, we put all the efforts to this focus area and have provide all the logistics and related things we need for the investor, particularly as Khun Chuan mentioned before, that law and regulations are the key for the investment. But changing law, amending law, or even Dr. Anusha said that we need to do the legal guillotine, right, to amend the law. It takes time. Why we cannot wait? Business cannot wait. And EEC is one of the options that you can come to invest in the EEC area and go to one-stop. And one-stop service that he said is not stop doing, but it's still growing, but it's one-stop for all the services you needed to come, and they can help you get through all those regulatory requirements and bureaucratic requirements in the area. Hearing from the macro picture from Dr. Narusha, from the BOI and from EEC, now I'd like to invite all of us to joining the right to hear that from the persons who has has the experience in investing in Thailand, and also I'd like to hear how Thailand, in terms of logistics, which is the key to the success of most investment. How's the Thailand has available, and what is your experience in investing in Thailand, particularly in the EEC area? I like to invite Kun Jaripon Jarukon Sakun, Kun June, to share with us her insight and her view, please.
Thank you ค่ะกราบเรียนท่านชวนหลีกภัยนะคะ and ladies and gentlemen. At first, I thank you. This is the first time that I joined about the legal conference. At first, I was surprised that I was invited to join this seminar, right? Because I thought that for the legal, it seemed like just discuss about the legal, blah something. But I saw the topic, wow, interesting. Because of, for the business deal maker or something, legal is the most important part as well. I always told my team that, please make sure that not the business done the deal, make about the business and the legal not break the deal. Right? Not business make the deal and legal break the deal. Because sometimes support that you think about all the law and regulation, you don't think about the commercial things. That means you give about two advantage on the agreement something that it cannot make done. So a little helpful support that for the legal or lawyers understand about the environmental or even though about the global trend or even though about the commercial things that can be helpful a lot. And also because we talk about the FDI, right? Since for the establishment as the foreigner when invest in other country, they don't know about like a regulation, local something, right? They need a white advisor. It's really helpful support for legal or law firm. Seem like about the business advisor as well. Not only like this is a law blah something, right? Okay, it's really helpful. And also I want to thank you on the EEC. Since I got a lot of support, a lot from about the government sector, even though the Sabat as well. I want to introduce the group first. We have the 4 business hubs. The first thing, logistics, that just mentioned. The second hub is about the industrial estate. That's Dr. July just already introduced. And the third one, utilities and power business. And the fourth one is about the digital technology, right? And just look back to Thailand for the last 30 years or 35 years ago. For about the industrial estate of the BHA now in the year 36 years already. We look back to year 35 or 36 years ago. It seemed like Thailand just had about the eastern seaboard. We just changed our country from agriculture to industry, right? And we got a lot of success too. At that time, we seemed like a fat tiger, something over off right? And also we can attract a lot of investors for the FDI, especially for the Japanese, right? And then we start slow down on the year 2012. Seems like we have a lot of, we not invest about infrastructure. And we don't have about the BUI or incentive promotion to attract about the FDI. And also for our neighbor, it seems like increase about the competitiveness a lot. That's our FDI slow out, decrease like this. Until the year 2017, that we have about the EEC, right? This is very significant for our country. Since I also help support the government as well to road show for the other country to about the EEC. And it seems like for our foreigner, say that, it's very attractive, have get the incentive, and also we have the interest for the important infrastructure, right? And also that's why we just come back to the map of the investment. And the year 2018 is also have important. It seems like geopolitical tensions from China and US is just sort of the trade war, right? They seem like the catalyst to impact for our the relocation. So that's I say I try in our country say that this is the most important. Since we will see about the relocation, the big wave relocation from China to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. That's why we need to do the things that need to attract or approach all the things. And the second interesting is about the technology, right? Since we saw a lot the world we train about technology, so we talk about with the government as well about the auto sector. Since Thailand, we have a lot of auto hubs, right? So for many years ago, like but now it's a change of technology, so we change to EV. So we need to attract about the EV as well. And about the technology, right? Because of seem like the trend like this, so we talk about AI, blah, blah, something. So the semiconductor, the PCB also really the most important part as well, right? So that's why, Dr. Julai just mentioned, it got a lot of interest for the FDI. Although this year, I thought that be the third remarkable year of the share group about to attract because of the land sale. Because the long, the big record land sale. Since the year 2022, 23, and this year as well, it can break the high record. The fact of relocation from China, both Chinese and non-Chinese as well. Because of we also like about the we do the roadmap, which one that we would like to attack first. The first thing we get about the EV, right? That's why for the BY give the privilege. The previous years you have the EV 3.0, now you have EV 3.5 as well. And then when we saw about the problem between China and Taiwan, that's also the fact of relocation for feminists in China about the PCB, semiconductor and electronics as well. So we have a privilege about the attract or the wafer about the PCB as well. Now we already thought about more, I think it's 30 PCB, top PCB in Thailand right now. Now we're just waiting for the attract or the supply chain of the semiconductor or the electronics thing, something like that. So why Thailand? Because Thailand is, you can see our geopolitics, it seems like we are the best location, SaaS location for investment. The second thing about the infrastructure, we are the best infrastructure compared with this regional. The third one, we still compare about the strong skilled workforce, especially for about the auto, also electronics as well. It means that's, but we need to upskill and high and like about the increased skill as well. In the way we need to change the skill as well. Now we also attract a lot of the technology corporate from US. On this 30 September, you will hear about the good news. I cannot say it right now. We can post about the very big corp about technology that we invest in Thailand. I think that's remarkable for our country as well, right? So the fourth thing, we thought that we have the best incentive compared with our regional. The incentive they give for about the, like about we talk about the S-curve on the S-curve or the thing that we would like to attract, and especially for the EEC that Dr. Julai just mentioned, we seem like about tailor-made, or like what you said, the beauty suit something. Just tell me what you need. I really like this one because I already convey this message to the government. We need to ask what about the investor need. Not think that we have this, you like it or not. But we need to approach that, okay, support that, do you like to invest in your country? What do you need? What we ask for? Sometimes they don't need about a privilege, they need about support from like about the linear energy. This is the third mega trend about the sustainability, right? This is about the, can you supply me 100% of linear energy, 24/7? This is all the really, really important in three things, right? So politics, technology, and sustainability. If our country think about this part, I thought that for the Thailand, we can like about we can increase the first like rising star compared with the other as well. And also, just I also believe to Dr. Luchai mentioned about the law and regulations. We talk more than 10 years, 20 years about the guillotine. I'm not sure that how can be.
We need to sharpen the guillotine.
Right. It is important process though, right? Because we like about we compete about the world, right? So the other country also would like to attract this so. So the important part we need to talk about the guillotine, about the law and regulation something, right? Because about the BIOEC, they only really, really supportive and very active. How can we approach like this? So this is important, and I don't know that. May me ask you that. What you can know that how many years for the relocation at this time? I say that I'm not sure, but this is the most important part. You see, this is maybe 20 or 30 years will happen again. Since for the investor, whether they make the decision to invest in country, they not invest in 100 something. We talk about the 10,000 billion something. Or this 100,000, how that billion something. We talk about this number. So they say that when they decide to invest, they need to stay with us more than 20 or 30 years. And because we can build the cluster, the new cluster, because of the technology is trend. About the technology is trend. That's mean we can then build about the business model, right? We can change about the semiconductor thing or the AI thing or even the EV something. But the battery, we talk about this part. I thought that this is the most important part, and Thailand is still about the most they can attract about the investor.
Thank you, Kunjun reporter Kunjun. Thank you for sharing your first-hand experience in investing in Thailand. ได้ขอบคุณค่ะอย่าลืมแก้กฎหมายให้พวกเราด้วยนะคะ